of your donation goes to cancer research. Camilo Villegas is a professional golfer on the PGA Tour. Just a couple of weeks ago, he won his first tournament in 9 years. That in itself is an amazing story. Mia is more amazing. Camilo, can you tell everybody who Mia was and why she is so important to you and the world needs to hear this?
Yeah, how are you guys? Thanks for having me. And yes, this is a story. I mean, first things first, I'm very excited to win after a long time, but more importantly, to just be able to look up in the sky and look at my little one up there. She was watching. She had front row seat. Mia was her daughter. She, yeah, she had brain cancer, and she lost the fight after 5 months of battling at Nicholas Children's. It was tough. It's a tough situation, but life keeps going, and at some point you gotta accept that's part of the process. It's very hard for some parents. It's very hard for mom, very hard for dad. But here we are. We decided to create the Mia's Miracles Foundation and try to make uh, what's a bad and sad story, turn it around, make good things about it, try to help others. We're very fortunate to be at Nicholas Children's for 5 months with support from the staff, from the hospital, from our families, um, with good insurance. Just we had all the support, and even though Mia lost the battle, we had a chance to see that not everybody has that support, and therefore my wife Maria Ochoa and myself decided to create this foundation in honor of Mia, our little one that was always very enthusiastic and happy and had great energy. So yeah, here we are, and we're talking about the Jimmy V Foundation, and everybody has a chance to listen to his SP speech in 1993. And man, what an energy! And that's the energy we kind of want to continue. Cancer is a tough one, and it touches a lot of people, especially when you've gone through what we've gone through. You realize how big this disease is, how painful it is, and how tough it is for families. So, hey, it's honestly an honor for us to be able to do some cancer foundation to help the kids, to help the families. It really has opened our hearts to continue life with a little different purpose. And man, it's tough, but we keep going. And golf has provided me a platform to show what we're gonna do in the future and help others. So we will continue to fight, and we will continue this great adventure.
Camilo, you just made the point that cancer is closer than any of us would like it to be, and seeing it up close and personal for me, it's one of those things where you acknowledge that it takes all of you to fight cancer, and it takes all of the community, all of the people in your community, everything they have in order to battle cancer. And I wanted to ask, it's a full-time job just fighting cancer, but then you also have a high-pressure occupation in being a professional golfer. How did you have the courage to continue your career as a professional golfer while going through that bout with Mia, and now after she's transitioned, continuing to go out there and compete?
It was tough, to be honest. I was coming out of an injury. And I was getting ready to come back, and then we had the Mia situation, though. So, and that was like just stabbing myself, emotionally, mentally, physically, all of the above. But I think the key is acceptance. Um, we, Acceptance is the key, and not only for the situations, but with everything in life. We gotta accept what we have and what's coming, and that all those situations, as crazy as it sounds, it's part of life. I mean, in this case, we lost our little one, almost 18 months old, 22 months old, and you can say, why me? Why this? Why that? And but it's you gotta accept. That's what happened to us, and life continues. How are we gonna turn this story into something positive? My wife immediately talked about the foundation. It was very hard at the beginning, because we kept hearing all the stories about cancer, 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 to the point where I was like, man, should we be so connected to cancer? And she kept telling me, I know it's tough right now, but we will continue this foundation, and we will be very thankful we did in the future. And she's absolutely right. Um, the golf community, the world itself, the energy, the people, the support that I received, that my family received after we lost our little one, that kind of gives you fuel to continue. So at the end of the day, I've always been a hard worker. I've always been a individual that wakes up early in the morning with a purpose. And to be honest, losing our little one gave us another purpose in life. And I think that's what has kept this engine going. It's been tough because we come back. I wasn't playing good. It's up and down emotionally in the family. Um, things were things were challenging, but I decided to just kind of revamp my golf swing at the beginning of the year. Just kind of change my whole team and help my wife with Mia's Miracles, and things started lining up. And here we are, the winner on the PGA Tour again. I think it was a very emotional win, not only for me but for the world of golf, for cancer research, for children's cancer. And hey, it shows that just like Jimmy V said in his SP speech, don't give up, don't ever give up, and we'll continue.
Thank you for sharing that mindset, Camilo, because there are so many people who are watching or listening right now who are going through something, and they can take that and apply it to their own life. So thank you for sharing that. But today we are raising awareness. We're trying to raise money in the fight against cancer. And whether it's the V Foundation or Mia's Miracles, it's important that we share what the process is like, what this money is going towards for people who are battling this disease. So can you take us through what it was like for you after Mia was diagnosed, what the process was like, so that people who are going to donate today can understand why it's so important to give resources to those who are going through this fight?
Yes, in our case with Mia's Miracles, we've decided to just help others that are going through similar situations like we went through. And why is this important? Because once again, we were very fortunate to have the financial, emotional support, but we saw it firsthand in the hospital. It's not the case with most of those kids in there. So all these funds are going to help the families, just to have a. For example, I'll tell you a very very cool story. We had this kid that was going through this last round of chemo, and his family wasn't with him because they were in Central America. Um, they couldn't fly. They didn't have a visa, and Mia's Miracles decided to work hard, get a special exemption to get this family a visa, give them funds to fly, to have a place to stay, and just to be with their little one for that last round of chemo. And it's things like that. It's that emotional energy that this kid received when just seeing their parents and their company, and it's stuff like that. Mia Serenity Rooms has a great program. Yeah, look at that. I mean, it's unbelievable. Once again, it's opened my heart. It's opened my wife's heart. It's given us purpose. And trust me, being part of the PGA Tour, I've seen charity firsthand because they do an unbelievable job. But having our own foundation and being able to just at firsthand help others is bigger than winning golf tournaments on the PGA Tour. And it might sound crazy, but I've had a chance to be with Jack and Barbara and Nicholas a lot. Obviously, Jack had the career he had, and now he has the foundation he has. And to see Barbara and Jack talk about the passion and the emotion that the foundation has given them has set an example for us to just follow their steps and help others.
Camilo, what you have done, you and your wife and your foundation, is just truly remarkable. For more information, mias-miracles.org is the website, mias-miracles.org for more information, of course, alongside the V Foundation for Cancer Research. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for what you've done for others. Obviously, you and your foundation, heroic in what you're doing for other people. We do appreciate it.
Like I said, guys, thanks for having me, and accept, don't give up, and don't ever give up, like Jimmy V said.